Hi, everybody, and welcome to Spa Babies, presented by Spendthrift. I'm Dan Illman, along with Nicole Russo, and let's throw up the field for Friday's Spa Baby race. It's a good one, the $200,000 Funny Side Stakes. These are 2-year-old New York breds going 6.5 furlong, and Spendthrift stallion Golden Sense is represented by impressive debut winner, the number 8, Daufuskie Island. Lots of speed in this race, Nicole, including an intriguing invader from Southern California, Montebello.
Yeah, I think this is a really fun field. They're New York breds, but as you just alluded to, they've run both in New York and elsewhere. It's a well-matched field when you go through them from a buyer speed figure standpoint. You've got a mix of sires from freshman sires to established sires. It's a fun kind of race to pick apart. I think there's some various opportunities here.
Let's watch the career debut for the number 1, Senbei, a debut winner for Christophe Clement. As you see, it's over a wet track. This was the faster division of 2-year-old maiden special weights for New York breds going 5.5 furlongs. This horse went right to the front and showed the field his heels. 73 buyer speed figure. The race hasn't come back very strong just yet, however.
It hasn't, but I am intrigued that Senbei's drawn the rail here, should get another sort of, front-running type trip here by Candy Ride, and he and his sons are doing very well with their 2-year-olds this season.
And as you can see from our pedigree card, a lot of sprint and precocity on the female half of this pedigree. This one bred to be quick and was at first asking. The number 2, Happy Bee, is still a maiden. Let's watch the career debut, though. A good try against Key Point in the faster division of maiden special weights on August the 12th. We see Happy Bee on the outside in the white blinkers. Poke ahead in front at about the 3/16 pole. He's going to finish a good second. You're going to see the winner come from the far outside. I like the fact that Happy Bee put away his primary pace challenger, and he only succumbed to the closer yet late. It was kind of a race where he won the duel and he lost the war.
Absolutely. And, he earned a 74 buyer on that debut, which is the second highest figure in this field, even though he's still a maiden. Looking at his pedigree, I think he's an interesting horse who is going to continue to, sort of pick up some good efforts, but maybe come into his own really in the fall and into next year. He's by Honor Code, who from his first 2 crops has produced a pair of grade 1 winning 3-year-olds. They certainly improved with experience. And Happy Bee, I have to keep me in mind who we'll see in the Traverse on Saturday. He was multiple grade 1 placed and then a grade 2 winner in the fall of his 2-year-old season last year. Really got better toward the turn of the year.
Here's the winning debut for the 3, Shipsational. This is a son of Midshipman who won the slower division over a wet track on July the 18th. Got up close to the pace, powers by the pace setter, and is on his way for trainer Eddie Barker, who's having a very nice meet. 64 buyer speed figure. He can build off this effort.
He can, but I looked at this horse, and you have the sire Midshipman, who's actually a very good turf sire with the likes of Lady Shipman and others. I see a lot of turf ability looking at the pedigree card in this horse's female family. He did win on a sloppy track on debut. Sometimes sloppy track performance can translate over to the turf and vice versa. So I do wonder what Shipsational's best surface is ultimately going to be. That said, you cannot go wrong with Louis Saez at the Saratoga meet.
That's for sure. The number 4 is Who Hoo, That's Me. And this is a son of Travers winner Keen Ice, who made his career debut in the Daufuskie Island maiden race we'll look at later. He was beaten 5 lengths that day. He didn't break very well. This is a horse that's probably going to improve with distance down the road.
I think very much so. He's from the first crop of Keen Ice, son of Curlin, the Traverse winner, 3rd in the Belmont on the board, and a number of other major grade 1 route races. So I do think that distance is going to be the forte for his runners as they start to get those distances later this season with his first crop. This horse does pick up Ricardo Santana second time out here.
Montebello, the number 5, beat open foes for Bob Baffert at Del Mar. Let's watch that speedy debut right now. Bet down to favoritism in a field of 6, showed good early foot, didn't change leads in the stretch, just held off the late closers. Very respectable 73 buyer speed figure for the son of Curlin.
Yeah, and he gets John Velasquez as he ships in from Del Mar to Saratoga. Sometimes the ship can be a tall order for a young horse. I'm curious to see what he does. That said, I think there's room to improve off of his very good debut. As you noted, he was a little bit green, didn't change leads, but he showed some good grit down the stretch, beating open foes.
And again, by Old World Stallion Curlin, both the first and second dam, multiple stakes winners on dirt. Here's Bourbon's Hope's debut. This is a gelded son of Exaggerator, who won at Belmont on July the 9th for the always solid Charlie Baker barn. Bourbon's Hope has the lead in the stretch. The even money favorite took a shot at him, but that's all he took because Bourbon's Hope was on his way. He won by 3, and he got that 70 buyer speed figure in early July. That's a pretty good number.
Absolutely. Sometimes we see these higher numbers start to show up as we get into August, into September. And he popped up and ran it early, as you noted, and he beat a next out winner doing so. Sire Exaggerator, another son of Curlin, another classic son of Curlin, winning the Preakness Stakes and other major route events. That being said, he was a graded winning 2-year-old sprinting at Saratoga earlier in his career. So I think he can infuse a little bit of precocity into that line.
I agree, and there's a nice mixture in this pedigree. The Dam Stakes place sprinting on turf and dirt. Chia half to Vince Ramos, who I believe won the Sam F. Davis going long on the Derby Trail. Run Curtis Run, the 7, might be the horse to beat. He's the only 2-time winner in the field. He's the only stakes winner in the field. He won the Rick Violet at Saratoga earlier this meet. Let's watch that race right now. Run Curtis Run, who was a game debut winner at Belmont. He came right back. He handled this field showing good speed. And the 4th place finisher of this race came back to run 3rd, finishing behind Happy Happy Bee, and got a very respectable 71 buyer.
Yeah, and so Run Curtis Run is just the rock solid horse in this field for the Mike Maker barn, which has done so well this meet. I like that he's shown a little bit of versatility in his maiden. He stalked in 2nd, pounced, and then won gamely by a neck on a sloppy track. Ran a fast track at Saratoga and controlled the tempo throughout. Certainly hard to poke holes in him, but he will actually need to improve from a buyer standpoint. He's very interesting to me here.
Should get a nice trip stalking while in the clear. Nice outside post position. Jose Ortiz aboard. Daufuskie Island completes the field. The son of Golden Sense won the slower division this race at Saratoga on August the 12th. He was dismissed at 12-1, even though Jeremiah Engelhardt does very good work with 2-year-olds. Nice professional effort. He stayed close to the pace. Watch how he powers away at the 3/16 pole from the speed horse that he collared, and they're not going to get near him. He wins by 5. He gets a very respectable 76 buyer speed figure. I liked a lot of things about this effort. He just looks like a very mature 2-year-old.
Absolutely. And that 76 is actually the top figure in this race, which we noted is very well matched. Dylan Davis keeps them out. He's riding very well right now. And Spendthrift sire Golden Sense, a son of leading sire Into Mischief. Golden Sense was one of the leading sires his freshman year, one of the leading sires with his 2nd and 3rd crops, has a number of 2-year-old winners this year. He's very hard to poke holes in with his young horses.
A speedy pedigree, the dam, a multiple stakes winning sprinter on the main track. Let's take a look at our top pick for the Funny Side Stakes. We're going to go with Daufuskie Island. 9-2 on the morning line seems like a very fair price on a horse with a very fast race. Just a barrel-chested son of Golden Sense. Looks like a sprint type.
Absolutely. And as I said, I have a lot of respect for what Golden Sense is doing with his 2-year-olds right now. I think it'll be interesting to watch the board for this race. As I said, Run Curtis Run, the horse to beat. He's the rock solid horse. I think the California shipper will take a lot of money. 9-2 seems very fair on Daufuskie Island, and he could even drift up a bit from that starting point on the morning line. I like that he's drawn outside in this field with a ton of speed in the race. I think Dylan Davis will be able to watch the pace and the tempo set up and make some decisions from there.
Curious to see if Happy Happy Boy B can improve second time out. That's the number 2. Came out of that fast race in his debut. He fits from a speed figure standpoint. Might be dismissed just a little bit because he is a maiden facing winners. We'll both go with the Spendthrift sired runner, the 8 Daufuskie Island. 8215 for me, 8756 for Nicole. In the Funny Side Stakes, your Spa Baby event for Friday, and our coverage is presented by Spendthrift.